In this room today, before I go to the formalities, we are not here to see who is a better batsman or woman, who is a better batter. We're not here to see who is the best. We are here to forge partnership, to build a team to lead for success. And that is the reason we have this conference. Not to separate us, but realizing our responsibility to bring our people together, to bring humanity together. His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency Chandraka Prasad Santokhi, President of the Republic of Suriname. Her Excellency Mia Amor Motley, Prime Minister of the Republic of Barbados, otherwise known as Straight 30. Ministers of Government, members of the diplomatic community, Madam Chancellor, Speaker of the National Assembly, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen all, good morning and welcome to the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. A land of diversity, a land of peace, a land of love, and a land of opportunity. Welcome to Guyana. I want to especially welcome my colleagues, heads of state. And it is not an occasional visit. It is real partnership, working with Ghana on developing our local content policy, on forging together a relationship that will share our experiences in the management of the oil and gas sector. But importantly, Prime Minister Motley made the point. Shall we today start a movement that is different? A movement among ourselves to promote our ideals and our ideas. For a very long time, we were told what should be our ideals and ideas. It is occasions like these that we can seize that moment and create a new momentum. President Santokhi and I, our two governments and people, are working actively on the development of a new frontier, the quarantine, that requires partnership, coordination, and cooperation. And Prime Minister Mia Motley is leading efforts in the region to achieve food security, is leading efforts to build a resilient regional economy. But more importantly, we are working together with Barbados in removing barriers and bringing our economies and people closer together in unity. And these are not only empty words, you will see. And we are not saying here, you may see. You will see the results, and the results will be to the benefit of all the people of our countries. I thank all of you for gracing this occasion. I also extend best wishes to the numerous exhibitors, investors, and other stakeholders who have joined us for this most important event. Thanks to the organizers, Mr. Tony White and your team, for your untiring efforts in realizing this grand event, and we owe them a round of applause. Today, I intend to focus on situating Guyana's energy development within the wider context of the country's development trajectory, so that investors and stakeholders can appreciate that our energy plans are consistent and in conformity with our chosen development pathway. Collaboration is always achievable when stakeholders are in harmony. But the question is, why are we here? Why Guyana? An international journalist, and we're having a lot of international journalists becoming experts in Guyana, and we welcome them. We're very welcoming to the media. You're part of our development story. But an international journalist asked me recently, why Guyana, such a country that is so strong on climate change and environment, want to pursue this path of oil and gas? And I asked that journalist a very simple question. Guyana existed long before oil and gas was discovered. Answer me, why has your news outfit never recognized us? The opportunities that we're talking about existed long before oil and gas. Why was there never a conversation? And then tell me, why suddenly? Because a developing country has made a strategic decision that we are going to aggressively pursue the oil and gas sector to bring about economic transformation and diversification to lead to sustainable growth and development. The question, as my dear brother, President of Ghana, posed, and Prime Minister, President Santoki, is why is it always a different conversation when a developing country is advancing a particular course? And we must contemplate this question because it's an important question. But importantly, we are humbled by this opportunity. And we welcome investors. Local content is not about not welcoming investors. We welcome every single investor, be it Exxon, be it the international investors, has every single stakeholder. Whether you're regional, international, we welcome you. But all we are saying is that that space for technological transformation, collaboration, local growth, and competitiveness and increased productivity must be built into the system to bring benefit to the people of the country. So do not, for a moment, try to misplace this conversation. Do not try to recreate your own narrative. We are going to, and this is why we have this conference, we are going to state directly the narrative. There is no need for any interpretation. This is the narrative. We are pursuing this path. We know of the responsibility I'm going to speak about. We welcome investors, but we believe that local opportunities, the private sector, and every single Guyanese and regional stakeholder must be part of this prosperity and benefit from the prosperity. It is true that this energy conference has brought us here. But why are we really here? And I want us all, as all the investors here, to understand why primarily you are in business. You're in business to expand business opportunities. You're in business to invest in new areas, to diversify your portfolio, and to widen your horizon. That is why you're in business. So I want to offer to you, because I have a captive audience here, what Guyana can offer in widening your business portfolio. It is in this context that Guyana's opportunities must be viewed. The multifaceted, wide-ranging development strategy of the country unlocks immeasurable opportunities. These opportunities lay the foundation upon which our future will be built, supported by our geographic location and natural competitive advantages. That development strategy is built on a low-carbon development strategy pathway. We have not changed our commitment to the world. The world faces many challenges, including climate change, food security, energy sustainability, and water scarcity, among others. In each of these areas, Guyana is uniquely positioned to contribute to the global solution. Hear me. We in this region and as developing countries must contribute to the global solution. We have the capacity, we have the capability, and we must now work together to find our place and space in bringing global solutions. Yes, we have a small population. Importantly, a growing population requires much more work from people like me. And the vice president have to step up their game. Even the prime minister, Mark Phillips, might need to bat 20 innings and help with this population growth. But importantly, we should not be narrow-minded in looking at the population. Because Guyana is connected to CARICOM. We are connected to Brazil. We are connected to Africa. We are connected to South America. And in each of this connection, we have special arrangements that brings new opportunity and an expanded marketplace. Why Guyana? Because we are a leader, a world leader, on climate change, ecosystems, and biodiversity. We are not only humbled by the opportunity to participate in the oil and gas sector. We are a world leader on climate change, ecosystem, and biodiversity. Guyana presents 18.3 million hectares of standing forests, covering 87% of our land area. I have not seen this headline in any of the international presses yet. But let me remind you, Guyana presents 18.3 million hectares of standing forests, covering 87% of our land area. The forest stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon, worth conservatively, 195 billion United States dollars. The question, as Prime Minister Motley posed, why aren't we realizing this worth? Further, it provides the world with fresh water. It contains 4% of all known plant species in the world. And because of the United States being our strategic partner, I will do this analysis. More bird species than the entire United States of America, and 3% of all known animal species. This is the forest. This is part of the Guyana you are in today. Further, our forest sector has an estimated value of 500 billion United States dollars. This presents tremendous opportunities for value added. But more importantly, Guyana's Monitor, Report, and Verify system, MRVS, is one of the best globally. It is one of the best globally, with a deforestation rate of less than 0.05%. We can sustainably, based on the system that was put in place, the monitoring system, we can sustainably harvest 1 million cubic meters per year. At present, we harvest 400,000 cubic meters, valued at 80 million United States dollars per year. The sector presents opportunities for large-scale downstream processing, prefab houses, prime value-added species for a niche market, partnering on environmental services, reforestation programs, and forest plantation, all linked to new, emerging, and potential markets. Mining. 36% of Guyana, or 76,600 square kilometers, comprise of highly mineralized crusts, the greenstone belts. Gold mine has been at the artisanal mechanized scale, with decoration in a good year at approximately 500,000 ounces. The potential value of our gold reserves at the current rate is approximately 35 billion United States dollars. Our total bauxite reserves of 314 million tons has a potential value close to 1 billion United States dollars. Our quarrying reserves, estimated at 28.9 million tons, valued at approximately 1 billion United States dollars. We have enormous potential in rare earth and base metals. Our diamond reserves are conservatively estimated at 750 million United States dollars. Geochemical exploration is also an opportunity, with the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission estimating a 7,000 square kilometers to be an area of commercial viability. Our silica sand reserves are estimated at 1.5 billion tons, valued conservatively at 37.5 billion Guyana dollars. I'm just positioning this so you can understand the Guyana we're sitting in. And this has always been there. We never had the capital or the resources to build the diversified economy that we're talking about. That is why Alex mentioned that we've always spoken about the promises and dreams and aspirations of generations of Guyans. Today, with hard work, simplicity, and humility, we have the ability to make that giant leap, not only for Guyana, but for all of humanity, and we must do it. Guyana, with its natural characteristics, presents a potent opportunity for investors in tackling global food security. Opportunities for investment in agriculture are vast. Our freshwater capacity is estimated at 4 billion Guyana dollars per annum. In aquaculture, there is growing potential for shrimp and prawn processing facility, production facility with potential market in the US, Mexico, EU, and CARICOM. The US imports of frozen shrimp and prawns is valued at US $4.8 billion. That is the potential that exists. Our comparative advantage is 2.15 times higher than any South American country's comparative advantage. We have 420 hectares of arable land for poultry, dairy, cattle, and food production. CARICOM import for beef alone is 40.8 million United States dollars per annum. In mutton and mutton products, the value of that market is 18.9 million United States dollars. Just imagine if we tap into 25% of that market. This is the potential for investors. And why am I mentioning all of this at this energy conference? Because this is what energy and the oil and gas sector will do for us. It gives us the opportunity with the resources to diversify our economy, building it out to many new pillars so that we will be resilient, strong, and sustainable. Guyana is poised to offer a diverse tourism product, complementing the products of traditional Caribbean destinations. Guyana is strategically positioned to increase travel to its borders. Its neighbors include Brazil, circa 220 million people, and the Caribbean, 44.2. Guyana will be pursuing aggressively market representation in the UK and EU markets and North America. Those are key source markets which have seen increase in visitors year upon year. We are in discussion with Barbados to twin our tourism product and market Guyana and Barbados jointly. This is how we build competitiveness. This is how we build partnership. This is how we build resilience. This is how we create visionary approach to long-term development, not isolationary policies. That is not the way to go. We hold the potential to engage in adventure tourism products, a market that has globally expanded over the last few years to an estimated value of 1.2 billion United States dollars. Upscale luxury eco lodges and resorts, a market that has a value of 93 billion United States dollars. Golfing, a market with an estimated value of 4.8 billion United States dollars. And Guyana presents not just a opportunity. Guyana presents one of the most competitive and leading opportunity for investment in these areas, and we welcome investors in these areas. Our development strategy is built on a low-carbon pathway. The core objective of this strategy aims at economic sustainability, diversified economy, investment in climate mitigation and adaptation, carbon credit, enhanced livelihood, biodiversity and ecosystem management systems, transitioning into a clean energy future. Our future framework of opportunities are built around solar, water, hydrocarbons, forests, hydrogen, hydropower, and it is integrated into regional opportunities. We are not only talking about national opportunities. With Suriname and Brazil, we are already exploring the development of a new energy corridor that we can fully support and participate. Exxon and Guyana, we are working together on developing that natural gas strategy also, so that with Suriname and Guyana, we can effectively realize the importance of our strategic position in creating regional energy security. We have already commenced the process by investing in 13 new solar farms, 3 mini hydros, 1 large hydro at Milas Falls, and natural gas project. all aimed at increasing our power generation to 500 megawatts by 2025. Let me be clear on this. We will remain uncompetitive if we cannot address the cost of energy. We must address the cost of energy. Our private sector will not be able to grow if we cannot bring down the cost of energy. And we will bring down the cost of energy by 50% by 2024. And to do that, we must make the strategic investment. And bringing down the cost of energy is not only about bringing in a pipeline or doing a hydro project or building solar energy. That is far from it. Bringing down the cost of energy is about creating the space and opportunity for the development of a world-class manufacturing, industrial, and agro-processing sector. That is how real benefits come to the people. That is how real benefit come to the country. When we can invest and create the opportunity to improve competitiveness and expand business opportunity. And there shall be no turning back from this energy agenda in realizing these opportunities. Our country's extensive coastline, our elevated highlands, our network of waterfalls, rapids and rivers, organic waste from our massive agriculture sector, sugar factories, natural gas and petroleum production give us the exciting prospect of creating a global energy mix that involves the use of natural gas, solar, wind, hydro, and every other form of renewable source. Are we going to pursue it? Believe it, as I say to you today, it is utmost priority on the agenda of the government of Guyana. You don't need to second guess us. You don't need to read between the lines. No, you don't need to do that. We are telling you as straight as it can be the path we are pursuing, because it is a path that must bring prosperity as quickly as possible to our people, so that even an aging Alex can be a part of that prosperity as quickly as possible. So it's not only about the future, Alex, it's accelerating development so that you can enjoy it too.
Thank you.
The combination of which can be a solution to sustainable energy production along the Guyana Shield with our immediate neighbor Brazil. We already recognize that the path we are pursuing will bring excessive energy. So we are already in talks with our neighbors to develop a pathway in which energy would become, and this is a mix that includes renewable energy, a major export earner for our countries. And this is a path that we're not deviating from. Locally, we have committed to reducing our dependency on fossil fuel by 70% by the year 2027 and 90% by the year 2030. We are not shying away from our global responsibility. We have made these commitments and we intend to keep them. While Guyana, therefore, is now an oil-producing state, our focus is fueled primarily by long-term sources of energy. Our development trajectory attempts to strike a balance between rapid economic development and the preservation and protection of our environment. Guyana is also bolstering growth with human development. Nothing is possible without understanding the importance of human development. Our development trajectory prioritizes people-centered development. We aspire to Guyana, which is free, prosperous, socially just, globally competitive, and which serves every citizen equitably. Guyanese must be afforded a good education, decent work, be able to start their own businesses, raise and provide for a family, own their own homes, live in a safe and secure environment, and retire with dignity. Yes, Alex, retire with dignity. Every Guyanese must have access to comprehensive and quality health care. And beginning this year, you will see that we are rolling out an aggressive agenda in achieving these. Clean water, be able to participate in sport and recreation, and freely practice their religion and culture. These are fundamental values that shape us as a nation and will never change. We must remain true to these and humble to our existence. I want to assure our regional partners that when I speak about Guyanese, I'm speaking about all of us. We are all together in this. And when we build a world-class healthcare and a world-class education system and a world-class training institute, it is for all of us in the region, and we have already commenced those discussions. Our development trajectory is being recalibrated towards increasing natural wealth building, creating economic resilience, expanding opportunities relating to the economy, enhancing social services, and investing in our people. Our national wealth will not stem exclusively from oil and gas. We'll invest in strengthening our competitiveness in existing sectors and creating the environment for new and emerging sectors. The wealth from oil and gas will be used to achieve these objectives and broaden the economic platform that drives current and future growth of our country. In this regard, agriculture, mining, forestry, fisheries, aquaculture, information communication technology, manufacturing, tourism, education, and health services are key sectors of focus. And this is how the resources will be used. I promise you this morning that I will not in no way compete with the record of the Minister of Finance on a 5-hour budget speech presentation. Critical to the achievement of competitiveness is a focus on a highly trained human resources. And this is a centerpiece of our development. We must provide our human resources with the best possible training through access, affordability, and equity. And we're investing to do this beginning this year. With our strategic partners, together we are building out this capacity in giving the private sector and every Guyanese the training to actively participate in the future development of our country. To support the expansion and open access to land for industry and manufacturing, a transformative and ambitious infrastructure plan is being implemented. We have commenced the development of mega projects in housing, road transport and bridges, healthcare, education, and river transport. Let me be very clear one more time. We are welcoming capital, but the capital must come at the right price. So I'm giving an open invitation like we did before. Once the capital is below at least 2.5% IP, are we going lower now? We are negotiating very competitively. So you'll have to come with good rates and fixed storm rates. So don't second guess us. Don't say you never had the opportunity. It's open door policy. We are welcoming capital. Don't complain if you don't make use of the opportunity. We have committed ourselves to transparent governance. We are part of the EITI system. We have passed legislation for a natural resource fund. We have criminalized non-disclosure. If the Minister of Finance does not disclose the financing the finances from oil and gas within a particular time, 3 months, then he can be convicted and sent behind bars for 10 years. And knowing Ashley Singh, he ain't going there. So we are building in these transparency measures. We are making it simple for every Guyanese in the world to understand how the money is being spent. No complicated macroeconomic formula, Professor Avinash. Very simple calculation. Every Guyanese must be able to calculate for themselves the money that is coming in and how it is being used. Simplicity of policy is successful policy. Policy making 101, right, Prime Minister Mia? But some of us believe complexity. Complexity in policy making is a defense mechanism. When the people can't understand what you're doing, then what really are you doing? The investments are geared at boosting productivity, improving connections with our communities and people, catalyzing the opportunities, and ultimately generate tens of thousands of jobs that are sustainable. The opportunities in shore-based facilities, Deepwater Harbor, a road link to Brazil, connecting Guyana Suriname by bridging the Quarantine River, are all actively being pursued through a partnership between countries and the private sector. To reduce the difficulties many of you experience in finding rooms, and please, outside of State House is now the finding room destination. A lot of persons were rapping on our doors to find rooms. To reduce the difficulties many of you experience in finding rooms, we are currently supporting initiatives that will see at least 6 new international branded hotels in the short to medium term. Prime Minister Motley has also offered to put on special flights next time to connect Guyana and Barbados within the hour to support large-scale activities. In supporting a modern architecture, we are also pursuing legislation to support the hemp industry. Very open again. Don't second guess us. The establishment of a special development authority, the establishment of a special development zone for tax concessions, and the development of a duty-free zone. Special incentives given to the migration of businesses to Guyana, targeting health, education, knowledge-based sector, agrochemical, fertilizer, new innovative products, and other facilities that will drive future demand and growth. While we pursue these large initiatives, we are also supporting through public-private partnership our local entrepreneurs, building their capacity and shortening their learning curve to be part of this new era of opportunities. A matrix governance system is targeted for implementation to reduce bureaucracy, eliminate red tape, and create more direct access, enhance transparency, creating a single window permitting system, e-governance, and a more digital mode of operation, and to strengthen institutions and people-centered service delivery system. To achieve this, focus will be on investing in our people, giving them the best possible education with free university education, and the best possible health care, with the state ensuring second to none primary health care services. Emphasis will be placed on equitable growth and shared prosperity. We'll invest to ensure that all Guyana and our regional partners grow together with the rising tides. National unity and political stability are built on our one Guyana that celebrates our multicultural character and focuses on the respect for diversity, rule of law, democracy, social harmony, building trust, national prosperity, and singularity of vision as a people. The democratic and prosperous Guyana, with equal opportunities, will not be constructed on the edifice of propaganda, misconceived perceptions, wishful thinking, arrogance, or political crassness. The One Guyana will emerge through hard work, people-centered politics, visionary thinking, a free-thinking society, and most of all, a humble country and humble people. Oil or nothing must change us. The character that builds us as a people must remain intact from generation to generation. Humble people, that is who we are. This is the pathway which we have chosen and from which we shall not divert. Using construction terms, we are building Guyana on a mat foundation, fully integrated and networked with even distribution of weight instead of individual footing, which is isolated. And closer to most of you, in oil and gas terms, think about integrity management programs, Chairman of Exxon. In the context of the life cycle of one project, in our case, it is systemic and covers the life cycle of an entire country and its people. Our oil and gas potential is no longer an unwritten story. Crude oil reserves, which are currently estimated at 126.81 thousand barrels per day, have been ranked 17 in the world and 3rd in Latin America and the Caribbean region. Increased production of our medium sweet crude with low sulfur content has the potential of bolstering government revenues to projected $10 billion annually by the end of the decade. In recent development, the government welcomed the positive news announced by CGX, that is, that they struck oil at Kawa 1 in the quarantine block. While we await the CGX end of well forecast, we are expecting favorable outcome based on the advice and the press release of CGX. Less than 1 week ago, the Liza Unity FPSO commenced its commercial production with Force Oil, and I take this opportunity to congratulate all those who are associated with that. The consortium is on target to produce 560,000 barrels daily. By the end of 2026, our production, Guyana's oil production, will be approximately 850,000 barrels per day, which will make this economy a significant world supplier of crude over the next few years. The Guyanese economy is expected to strengthen with sustainable macroeconomic development. The macroeconomic fundamentals of real growth, inflation, as well as fiscal and external balances are projected to improve significantly. And I have an entire section on the economy. I would want to save you from that section, but of course, we are open for you if you want to listen. This, together with low imports, are projected to sustain the balance of payments surplus and contribute to higher international reserves, forecasted at $2.7 billion in 2025. The stability of exchange rate will be further improved. Our focus is building a stronger Guyana, fully integrated with aspirations of our regional partners. Guyana's prosperity is linked to our region's prosperity. And this is why I'm particularly pleased with my colleagues here today. Indeed, it is our shared vision and common approach that will ensure all our people benefit from the prosperity any one of us realize. I thank you and God bless you. Have a great conference.